Hi guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Don't forget, I will leave all of the products that I'm using below, so don't worry if I don't mention everything, because everything also will be left in the description below. But I will let you know, majority of the things that I use are gonna be from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I have the brow definer. I also got the brush from Anastasia 12. And it's for the brows. I also have the dip brow, the dip brow. I have it in dark brown. So that's what I use for my brows mainly. And I do go in with the NYX. It's like the tint, but it gives you like a more of a brow look. It doesn't look like you just took a pencil and just filled it in. It looks more like your actual brow. So I do like the one from NYX, and I always purchase this one. So let me go ahead and get started. So this is what I pretty much will do, is that I always kind of like brush out my hairs to get them where I want them before I do anything. And then I will go ahead and begin filling in. And what I like to do is just kind of fill in from this part on down, and I like to actually leave the front of my hairs untouched by anything. I don't like to put product on it, because I feel like once you put product on it, you're making it a little too dark in the beginning of your brow. So I like to just only fill out what is basically the tail end of my brows. Filling in my brows with the dip brow pomade from Anastasia in dark brown. I went ahead and filled that in. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is move on to the Clinique. It's the concealer foundation. I like it as a concealer. I believe I said that before, is that I like it as a concealer and not as a foundation. So I went ahead and got in a shade a bit lighter, which is Chai. And what I used to have was actually, I believe it was golden. And so that was more of a skin tone color. And so I decided to go a little lighter and use This is where I find it a little difficult to keep my brows consistently the same, even though I'm sure you guys are like, your brows look fine. And this is where I become a little crazy. So I try to always have my brows have a little arch, and then without taking it too far up, I guess. I want it to have a natural looking arch without it looking crazy. So right now, all I'm doing right now is cleaning up. And what I would try to do is make sure that before I am done is that I'm going back in for the finishing touches. And I'm feathering out if you have, because of course my brow routine is not gonna work for everyone. So if you have full brows, like I basically have full brows, I just need a little bit of work, like a little more fill-in kind of. So if this routine works for you, I would just suggest like you making sure you're brushing out any excess products, because it can get very weird. I don't know, like it can get very clunky in the brows. And it just looks like you just took a pencil and you just started filling it. And I like for my brows to look like I have hairs, if that makes sense. So I don't like the look of like, you don't know if I microblade them or if I took a pencil and drew them in. I like for people to think when they see my brows very natural looking. So that's what I'm trying to achieve here. So I get just a little bit crazy with how my brows look. So in order for me to basically kind of be happy and satisfied by my eyebrows, I just have to keep going until I'm happy with them. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go ahead and use my NYX. It's like a gel, tinted gel. I don't really know the word. It's like a tinted gel. The best way I can describe it. And I like using it because it makes my brows hard. It won't move, they won't shift. You know, even if I accidentally rub my brow, touch it or whatever, it won't smudge it out. So I like using it. I like to use this like very lightly on the tip of like the beginning of my brow. I like to just use it so very lightly, but go heavy on the ends of my brows so it has that natural fade out where you can visibly see that I have hair, but at the end of the day you can also see like it's nice and thick at the end, and it won't move. It honestly won't move. I know honestly. But that is pretty much all that I do for my brows, you guys. Like, you know I got the request, and so I wanted to do it just so I can show you guys this is why I don't do it while I'm doing my makeup tutorials, because it can get very time consuming just to do your brows. So I just wanted to come on here and just show you guys, like, honestly, this is all that I do. But because if you're incorporating my makeup, that is just a different, you know, it's just a little bit different in how I apply it, because then it's like my brows then become, it takes over the look. So sometimes I'm quick and sometimes I'm not so quick. This was definitely a quick one that I was able to do because I literally got my brows waxed yesterday, so this was a little more easier. Now if I did not have my brows waxed in advance, this would be definitely a lot harder. But this is pretty much it, and if you still want to see more of me, stay tuned. There's another video probably here that I'm gonna have a finished look for. So if you guys want to stay tuned and see more, stay close, click on the video, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and complete this look in my next video. Bye guys.